Hi, Travis Egan, your local mortgage professional, here from my kitchen in Delavan, Wisconsin, and I'm here with your tip of the week. You know these tips are designed to do one of two things: save you money or save you time. This week's tip is all about saving you time. And I'd like to say a special thank you to my good friend Scotty Hudspeth from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Easy for me to say. So he teaches me this tip called nudgemail.com. Doesn't seem like much, but let me explain to you how it works. Basically what it is it's a great service, free by the way, free, which saves you money obviously. And let's say you get an email that you need to respond to, but you don't need to respond to it immediately. Maybe you need to respond to it at some point into the future. If you're like me, sometimes you go out of town and you come back into town and there's a few emails, hundreds of emails in my case, that you have to go through on a regular basis. And what always bothers me is sometimes one or two of those slip through the crack. And boy, that's really embarrassing. But worse yet, it's pretty rude. You know, if it's a family or friend or customer, we want to make sure, obviously, we treat them with great respect. So what this program does and really helps out, and I've only been using it for about a week, but what's great about it is if I get an email and say I need to respond to it at some point into the future, say Friday, for instance, I can type Friday at nudgemail.com. Just forward the email that I received, put Friday at nudgemail.com, and on Friday, Nudgemail will email me back with that email, so I know, oh my goodness, now I need to take care of this. Let me give you some practical tips for it. Say a customer sends me an email 5:36 as I'm scooting out of the office for the day, talking about doing a refinance. Well, obviously I don't have time to deal with it right that moment, so what I can do is type in tomorrow at nudgemail.com, and tomorrow morning that email will be sitting in my inbox, and oh yeah, remind me that I need to take care of that. Let me give you another example. This one happens to me on occasion. Say the kids get out of school from an early day of school, let's say a noon day or something, which is a little different than I may be accustomed to. Well, I could type, Thursday at noon or Thursday noon, and what'll happen at nudgemail.com, and it'll email me and say, hey, you got to pick the kids up. So it's a really neat way to kind of forward project your emails and really help out, and it saves me a ton of time, but better yet, allows me to communicate on a far better example. Now, do me a favor and go register for Nudgemail, because I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. That's right, homework. I know how much we all love that. After you've registered, I want you to do this. I want you to send yourself an email, 3 months at nudgemail.com. In the subject line, I want you to write, Travis, I need an identity checkup. Now, why would we do that? So 3 months from now, you're going to get an email to say, call me, so I can talk to you. Well, here's why. You're going to need to do something at some point in the next year or so. You're going to have to potentially buy a new car, or maybe you have to co-sign the lease for your kids when they're off at school. Any number of things where your credit might get pulled. Identity theft is on the rise, and it's a very scary and very real issue. So what I'd like to do is in 3 months, I'd like you to get in touch with me. I'll show you how we can check your identity, put together kind of a plan so we can make sure we stay on top of that, so your identity doesn't get stolen, and we can make sure you get the best interest rates on whatever it is you may be buying, or if you have to co-sign those type of things. So once again, 3 months at nudgemail.com, Travis, or call Travis about identity checkup. Thanks so much for your time. Thank you so much for your referrals. As always, it's been a pleasure talking to your friends and family. Thank you so very, very much. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week on your tip of the week.